Hey campers, George here, back in the man cave. Yep, and Mary's here on time for a change. Keeping her amused. You know how she is. Anywho, the reason I'm back is because, got another sharp and shiny. This one from Ryder, the classic carbon series. Let's check it out. So what I'm talking about, Joe, is this guy from Ryder. It's a working knife. It's the classic carbon utility knife from Ryder. See that? Got a nice badge on it. Love this. I love this yellow. It's not a strong yellow. It's, like I say, it's almost a milky yellow. And the reason I got this knife is I saw something a little different in it. And can you see it there? See that? See that there? It's a little unusual. And I was wondering what it was. This happens to be a Linerlock. And yep, that's the Linerlock. It sticks out above the handle, which apparently will make it easier to release. You don't have to dig in with your nail or anything. It sticks right out. Well, we'll see how that works. Anyway, like I said, Ryder, and you can see it here. So there it is there, and it has the nail neck. It has a really big nail, a really big long nail neck with the match strike on it, which is standard for Ryder. Now pulling it out here, man, it's stiff. It's really stiff. It probably needs to be cleaned a little. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see that, but if you look in there, it's a little dirty in there. They didn't quite clean it off. And there you can see the Linerlock. You see that? How it's over there? And apparently it's in there tight. Now the interesting thing is that this lock actually looks like it's brass and not stainless steel. Can you see that? See the color of it? It's not the color from the handle. It actually is a different steel, and I'm assuming it's brass. You can see that right there. It's not a small knife. The blade, once again, they say it's a drop point. Well, we'll have a closer look and have a look-see. It doesn't look like a drop point to me, but what do I know? So there you can see it there. It is a nice big knife. You can see how big that is. And looking at it in my hand there. And it's huge. And like I said, it has the Ryder badge on it there. And it's a typical Ryder. Nice and clean, smooth. I don't see any problems with it. The liners, well, I've noticed this a lot lately on them. You see at the end there, can you see that? Let's see if I can get it for you. Just on the corner there. Not quite together. And the inside here is nice and clean. But if you look at the outside, we got that, seeing a lot of this. You see it there? Right there. It's almost like the scale got nicked when they put it on. But there it is. Got actually there's 4 pins. There, and there. And then your pivot pin. It's a nice weight. It's not as heavy as I thought it would be. Let's look at it a little bit more closer. So there it is there. And as I said, it is a Linerlock. They say that the blade is a drop point. And you look at that, very little drop off there. But apparently they refer to it as a drop point. The grind on the cutting edge is pretty even, which is, you come to expect that from Ryder. And you can see on the blade there, it has the Ryder, the double R. And on the other side, the RR 1743 China. Yep, made in China. We all know that about Ryder. It is stainless steel, the blade. It's a healthy blade. You can see it there. The blade length, 3.75 inches. And I believe it's to the choil. Maybe it will be. Nope, it's not. It's 3.75 to the edge of the scale. To the choil, which is what I'm concerned with, which is really the working edge of the blade, I'm going to say 3 1/4 to the choil right there. You can see it there. It's not a very big choil, but you can see it in the ricasso here is nice and big and healthy. You can see how deep that blade is. It's a big blade. Blade thickness, 0.06 of an inch. And you can see it there. It's a nice, just polished. And you can see here, it does have the false edge on it there, which I believe the correct name is a swedge, is what it is. I just call it a false edge. It looks like it comes together, but it's blunt. The reason for that, I'm not sure. But you see it on a lot of blades these days. I don't know the reasoning behind it. Maybe you do. Put it in the comments below. It has the, I'm going to put it away here. And by the way, I did look up the spec. The release, the Linerlock here is brass. So they have everything else stainless steel, but for some reason they made it brass, which surprises me because I'm wondering, you've got the stainless steel on the blade and then the brass Linerlock. I would think that that's going to wear a lot quicker than the stainless steel, but who knows? Time will tell. But you can see the double R there, the badge, the insert. You see how dirty it is? They didn't do a good job of actually cleaning out all the manufacturing dirt on it. And it's pretty obvious inside. I could see that. And I don't like that because sometimes that stuff kind of causes problems. And you can see, can you hear it? It's really, I want to say it's tight in there, but it's not a smooth movement at all. It's oh, did you see that? It's meant to be locked, and I can move the blade. That can't be good. What happened there? Now it's locked. Look at that. See, the Linerlock is right in there. It's moved right over and locked it in. The nice thing is, like I said, you just move your finger over and close it. Now, it's not smooth. I'm trying to be smooth with it. It's not smooth at all. Kind of disappointed in that. And I don't like the way that didn't lock. Yeah, it's locked. Wonder what happened there. Did I not go all the way with it? Oh boy. This is a first for me with Rough Ryder. Look at that. I opened it really slowly, and you can see right at that point there, you see that? The Linerlock. It's not over. It should be over, like that. You see that? Now I'll open it. It's nice and straight there. And I'll pull down. Now it won't do it. Oh, there you go. You hear it click. Huh. I wonder what's causing that. Let's see. I'll do it again. See what happens. It locked there. Why didn't it lock before? Huh. I don't know what to tell you. It's locking now. It seemed to not lock when I came out with the blade really slowly. Try that. There you go. See? It's not. Now it locked in. And looking at it now, look at how much it's locked in. Not very far. That should be more over like that. Is this a brass issue? I can tell you that it's not clean. Can you hear it? That's me moving the Linerlock open and closed. Hear that? Have I got a bad knife, or is this just bad? Oh. Let me try and focus it here for you. the end of the blade jar where it locks in. Can you see it? You can see it. It's kind of dirty, and you can actually see I rubbed it a little bit. And you look, I can see brass on there. It's catching. The back of the blade is not smooth. The little latch point. It's locked there. It's almost like the brass, the lock. There, it went over. Maybe just needed to be roughed up a little bit. Let me see if I go slowly again. Yeah, locked. I'm a little concerned about this. But I think, I did say that it's dirty. It's got a lot of the manufacturing stuff in there. And I'm wondering if it just needs to be cleaned. Let me show you that. Look at the end of the liner. Right there. I'll put an arrow there. You see that? There's a piece of stainless steel in there, surrounded by the brass. I think it's really hard to see. You'll be able to see it from the side here. Can you see it there? See it? Sticks out right at the tip of the liner. Interesting that they put that there. Let's open it up and have a look-see here. Sorry, I've got to figure this out. I'm concerned. It's actually not what sits on the blade. It sits above the blade, holding it in. So it's just a strengthening piece on the Linerlock. Interesting. Why they went with brass, I don't know. I don't think brass, I suppose, would be more flexible and easier to bend to get that liner to lock. Look at the bend on that. See it? Look how that liner's all the way over. It, when it locks, it's locked. Maybe it will now that I've opened it a couple of times. Yeah. Now, just look at that. It's nice and locked. Not having that problem now. Still a little concerned about it. But let's close the blade up, see how straight it sits in the handle here. It's still stiff. It's really stiff, and they didn't clean it well, and I think that's the problem. I'm going to have to get a cleaner and just maybe soak it with WD-40 or something and wash out all that extra from the manufacturing process. Yeah, interestingly enough, the way the blade sits, look at that. It's not even close to the middle. Look at that. The blade should be more there. And it's right up against this side of the liner. Well, what to do? Well, let's finish up the specs. We'll worry about that later. The closed length, they say 4.75 inches. We'll check that quickly. Yep, they got that right. And like I said, you know me, a work knife, utility knife, sod buster, call it what you want. I love this style knife. And to be honest, the first time I've come across one from anybody that's had a problem like that, or any problem. I've been always pretty happy with sod busters or with the work knives that everybody's making, and certainly never had a problem with Rough Ryder. This, I'm kind of disappointed. I like this knife. I like the look. I like the size. I like the blade. Just that Linerlock. It's locking now, no problem. But they didn't clean it very well. Let's check how sharp it is. Paper here. Make sure Mary's out of the way, and let's see. It's sharp. I mean, for what this is going to be used for, look at that. No problem. Mary's got to go, of course, got to get in the way. Let me see if I can do a bit of a curve with it. It cut that curve just perfect. So For a working knife, that edge works for me. That'll do anything most people wanted to do as a working utility knife, which is what they say it is. And you can see it there. It is nice. It's well made. It's nice and smooth. It's really smooth. I can't feel any of the pins or anything like that. The blade looks good. I'm just concerned about that liner lock, that it didn't work at first. It seems to be working now. Why they went with brass, you know, it is a brass liner. The liners in here are brass. You can see that. You see that? And they look fine. I mean, it's well made. I think this is a bit too much and it's catching on the edge. It looks like it needs to get worn in. You hear that? I mean, it closes. When it closes, it closes. It locks it in. And it's, you know, it's healthy. But it's just not smooth. It's dirty. I can feel it. It's kind of rough on the movement. It needs to be cleaned. And, you know, they use pins. I don't want to take this apart. I'm going to try soaking it and see how that works. Once I've done that and I've checked it out, I'll update you on the next video. Kind of disappointed in that. This is a Rough Ryder. What are they doing? And it's the classic carbon. Why they call it a carbon, I'm not sure. I know why. It's T10, carbon steel, the blade. So it's not stainless. That's why. I said it was stainless. It's not. It's T10 carbon. My bad. Look at that. I mean, like I said, the blade is very nice. It's sharp, solid, nice and long, nice size for a working knife. This is a very nice knife. Just that liner lock really worries me. Now, thinking about this whole liner lock sticking out like this, it makes me... Oh, there you can see the dirt. See there? See the dirt piled up there? That can't be good. I know why they've made it like, well, I think I do. You wear gloves at work. It's a safety thing. Everybody wears gloves at work. When you have the liner lock hidden in there, you'd have to take your gloves off to close it out. But with this, you can reach that no problem. It's easy to get to. It's like that. And with a glove. So that's why they've done it. I think they kind of messed up on that liner lock. It needs to be cleaned up, which I said I can do. Frustrating. It's a Rough Ryder. What's going on here? Look at that. Whoops, upside down. I keep doing that. It's a test. I do like the look of this knife. There you can see the knife there. It's nice. It's a good-looking knife. And it's, you know, sodbuster. They call it a utility. It's a work knife. I really like this knife. Just the liner lock. What do you do? That's frustrating. But I'll keep you updated. How much did I pay for this? That much. It's not a lot. It is a nice knife. And it's a Rough Ryder. And T10 carbon. Very nice. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. And I got to admit, I've been lucky with my knives. I've had issues with knives where these little things are long, but they didn't affect the knife. You know, a chip here or whatever, something like that. Something wasn't on, you know. It still worked, the knife. The knife was still safe. I'm worried about this not being safe. But now, I can't get it not to lock in. I'm still going to clean it up, though. What can I say? Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. I know I'll be back again soon. Got some sharp and shinies coming in. Rough Riders. Yeah, you know me and Rough Ryder. Love him. Don't know what to tell you. Today I went into town to get some chores done, and I saw a thrift shop and I stopped in there. Shouldn't have done that. I found some stuff that I'm going to play with. Look at this. This is a level. It's a piece of wood with a level and screws and brass plate on it. It's a thing of beauty. It just needs some love and attention. I think I'm going to fix it up. Clean up the wood, clean up the brass, clean up the glass on the levels. I found that. It cost me a blistering $2. And it's sure this thing's seen some history. There's no manufacturers. Oh, maybe there is. There is a manufacturer's thing that we'll find out who made it. The other thing I found was this guy. Check it out. Old school. I haven't seen one of these in a while. And it needed some love, so I thought, well, you know what? I think I'll get it and fix it. I found this guy. Anybody know what this is? Yeah. Don't say anything, but it's going to get fixed up too. And I got this for free, mixed in with it, bargained for it. It's an old school saw. Check that out. No adjustment on it or anything. I don't even think the blade can come off. I'm going to have to knock the pins out and put a new blade in. Clean up this handle. This red just not working for me. And it's really small. See how my finger, oh, that's right. My stubby grubby. But I thought that was pretty cool, and the lady was kind enough to throw it in for free. Can't beat that. Just saying. And you will be safe out there. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.